the home to your right.
Gotta hear me.
Oh yeah, I sorry.
This was once the home of a prominent pioneer entrepreneur, E.F. Sanguinetti. He came to Yuma in the late 1800s, 15 years of age, from California. And he began just as a mercantile clerk on Main Street. And
She can use that on YouTube with you talking. Or...
Sanguinetti came to Yuma in the late 1800s, 15 years of age, from California. He began his career right on Main Street as a mercantile clerk. In less than 10 years, he went from a clerk to a full partner, and then he bought out the mercantile, and that's what led to the building of an empire here in Yuma.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, let's go
This
with her.
was once the home of Jack Mellon. He was a steamboat captain here in Yuma in the 1800s. And the front of the house is made of adobe, and not the back of the home. And video everything.
Oh, I thought
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write some stuff down. Hi there.
Well,
Folks. Welcome.
So this is Gene 2. I'm 1. So are you all having any cocktails this morning? Or any beverages this
you
morning?
want something to drink now, Macy?
Getting 1 or 2?
You want one, Macy?
Also have a chocolate shop, so if you'd like to take a sweet treat with you, so you could have not only a sweet treat in the beginning, but you can end it in the chocolate treat.
Wow, sounds good.
So here in the billiard room, in each room we ask a question. Here in Yuma or the Imperial Sand Dunes, we have $6 Million Man, we have Ben-Hur, The Scorpion King, Jurassic Park, Jarhead, The Getaway, Rambo 3, Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, $6 Million Man, the TV movie pilot. Which one do you believe was not filmed here?
Jurassic Park, was it?
Yes, man! You get a car. You get a car, May. Yes, Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park was filmed in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
very good, May.
They stopped making the movie here in 1949 when I was
And we start with evening of drinking at the bar in downtown Yuma's Hotel San Carlos, which you know the building is still there, but is not being used as a hotel. John Wayne decided to take his favorite horse into the hotel elevator for a ride to the rooftop to give his horse a scenic view
Oh
of
my.
Yuma.
Oh boy.
Truth or tall tale? Place your peg and vote. Was it, do you believe it's a tall tale or the truth?
He was drunk, I'd say it was the truth.
So
You have to
you,
vote for him, May,
So I
because
s-
his hands are full. Oh,
I
she's
s-
gonna
Truth
vote.
over here, right?
Okay,
I will
yes.
say tail.
Okay, so
Vote
place your
one,
vote.
Where?
No, pick up one.
One
Over here.
Yeah. Tall tale. Okay, so the truth is, we don't know.
Oh,
knows,
no,
huh?
nobody
Oh,
knows.
We don't know.
Probably snuck them in, huh?
We do
Yeah.
not know. But everyone believes it's very possible and probable,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
hearing about some of the things that John Wayne did.
Yeah.
And then you add alcohol into the mix,
Mix,
Exactly.
is
yeah.
possible,
Yeah.
you know. But if it did it happen, we don't know.
No.
We
No.
don't have the picture.
But it has a
Exactly.
probability because
Yes,
it's
yes. So now we're in the ballroom. Does either one of you play? This is
Yeah.
all that helped make Yuma become lettuce capital of North America in the wintertime.
Yeah.
And we still hold that
Wow.
title. Now,
Great.
all of these fruit and vegetables are grown commercially in Yuma, but one of them is not. Which fruit or vegetable is not grown in Yuma? And once I open this clue, you'll know. You probably already know.
DC does not fall far from the tree. Apple.
Yes, yes. It doesn't fall far from the tree. So, although apple trees are here in Yuma, mostly privately, the weather is not conducive. You know, we're not Washington State, right?
Yes.
We're not cool enough. And the only apples I've ever seen, I really didn't want to eat them. You know, they came off the trees here. So we had two irrigation pioneers here, and Jose Maria Redondo, he actually began irrigating his own property early on. And that was before we had all the technology to dig, you know. And of course, Sanguinetti, he believed in irrigation because he knew to be cooled, you know, with the ice. In here, this was the first room to be added. And he would have gone into his original kitchen here. And this was a lean-to kitchen. So it was outdoors and it leaned up against the wall. But so here we talk about ice production. Yuma, we didn't have the fortune of many, you know, northern, midwestern, some states that had lakes. They lakes could freeze and they could cut the ice from it. That's the way early to, you know, produce the ice.
Wow.
And so that's when we were able to get ice because we weren't close enough, you know, to have it. It couldn't travel on the steamboat, you know, because it would be water, you know, by the time
Yeah.
it made it here. It began to be cooled, you know, with the ice. But the question is, here in the kitchen, how was ice used by morticians in the early 1900s?
Preservation.
I'll tell you over my cold, dead body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So they used to have what they called cooling boards, usually made of wood. This is an actual mortuary table, but the cooling board would have had a space, a large opening at the bottom, and it would hold a large block of ice.
Wow.
And so when the body was being viewed, 20 degrees,
Oh boy.
that would have been a very short window. You know, you know, you'd have to be there by a certain hour to view that body.
Right.
And, you know, I don't know how long a chunk of a block of ice would have lasted in 120 degrees.
Oh,
but
really?
maybe, no, I don't guess that wouldn't have been a good thing, because I was thinking maybe they could have did it in the ice house, but that wouldn't have been sanitary.
That's
But-
what I was thinking too, yeah.
yeah. And of course, they didn't have what we have today, camera phones, cell phones.
Yeah.
And so there was no taking photos, nowhere near like we do today.
Right.
Photography was still in its infancy. You were lucky if you were able to get a photographer to come to your home.
Sure.
Of course, the wealthy could, and people who had means. But when a loved one died, maybe they didn't have a photo of that person, or maybe they had one, but death was the last opportunity to get a photo of that loved one. So they would call upon the postmortem photographer, who became very skilled and highly sought after, and they would come and pose and position a deceased person
Oh my.
with the living to take a photo. And you would know, if you weren't there and they didn't label
Right.
it afterwards, who
Yeah.
was living and who wasn't. So
Wow.
in this photo, which lady do you believe is living?
Which one do you believe is living? Oh my, it's I cannot identify it, but I'm just guessing.
And I'll tell you, it doesn't have anything to do with the color or the look.
Yeah.
I suppose the one who's sitting, because the dead cannot withstand. Right?
Well,
I cannot
well,
see.
which one is living though?
Well, they can
Living
make
is the black one.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Because I learned something in studying postmortem photography, which I just made an assumption, as we often do. I thought rigor mortis lasted like forever, but it doesn't, you know. So, and depending upon where they died, if it was a warm, if it was warm or if it was cool, you know, that would determine. Cooler they would last long. We want you to be
Way away,